Okay. Let me just do that. Hello, everyone. I think. Yep, okay, there we go. That's changed over. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Yo, hello, Ringo. It's the boy. Oop, I need to tweet. Oh no, I've copied and pasted the wrong thing. I no longer have the link. This is all going wrong straight away. Oh, here we go. But I'm doing good. Hello, this is the name. Hello, Still, and Antika, Daniel, and so on. Jackal, Nicholas. Go ahead, this open. Catboy jump scare. Okay, I need to put just do a going live. There we are, and tweet that off. Okay. But yes, hello everyone. We are back with some more Arknights EPs. Let's go, made it this time. Yay, hello. Hello, Prosef. Just letting everything load in. Stream elements has come in. Yep, that's good. That's running. You know what time it is. Yee, reaction time. Also, I hope my audio is actually sounding good this time and I'm not having to troubleshoot. Let me just double check. Okay, I need to put just... Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so there's no robot voice cracks like last time. That's always a good sign. Although I do sound very loud. I might pump that down just a little bit. But that should be fine. It should be fine against the audio.
New donation from Kogera.
Hey, Kagura, thank you for the donation. Bruh. Every time, man. Jeez. That's awesome. I can't. Thank you so much, guys. It always means a lot whenever you do that. It's just amazing. From where on story counts as spoiler risk, or better say nothing direct in general, just to be sure. Oh, from here on, rather. Not every time. Well, no, but still, it's just specifically Arknights times. Yes, but still, it's crazy. Okay, but yes, we are back with some more Arknights EPs. I should probably stop dilly-dallying as as much as I have been. But hey, for those of you watching the VOD afterwards, I'll link the time that it starts. I've been looking forward to this the whole week, like literally. I've been wanting to react to more of the music, but it's like, no, okay, I've set up a schedule. I have to keep going until then. But yeah, so we're finally back, and we're starting off pretty much where we left off. So after El Brillo, what was it? El Brillo Solitario? Yes. So now we're on reverse time. I believe. Yes, reverse time. But yeah, I think I've said pretty much everything I need to say, so let's get right into it. Also, let me know if one thing is too loud or too quiet. I think I got it right up. Is it good? Okay. This is interesting. Oh, that's adorable. Ooh. I love the use of Clockwork as a percussion. Very wooden as well. Why does Calcit look like the arm that has just shown you the gift that she said that she wasn't going to get you? It's simultaneously flattering and remarkably creepy. Yeah, having the little... Yeah, I would say it's kind of weird seeing yourself as a thing. Bunny plush is available at merch stores. Ooh. That's a very... It has quite a festive vibe. I want to assume some sort of Christmas, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just being assumptive. But I like how the music box has been in the song the entire time in the background. Fitting background track for Christmas. Yeah, quite comfy. There's a bit of mischievousness to it. Like here they do 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 do. Just zooms in on the rabbit. Yes, this was the first EP. Yeah, I haven't missed anything. Oh, what's this one? So evolutionary mechanization. So straight into the next one. Ooh. Oh. Is this who I... Oh, okay, no, it's not who I think it is. I mean, Sargon. Yeah, definitely Sargon. I love how I was literally about to say, oh, it has a tropical sort of, not so much tropical, more of a rainforesty type stereotypical thing, and then it just immediately went into rock. And I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. Let me just thick tail or thin tail. I always lean more towards thin tail. I do love the guitar. Is this a character song or a boss song? Because it kind of makes me think of like a boss battle. It is an in-universe debate amongst the tribes of... Oh, really? Character theme, okay. Oh. Vocals in the background. Oh, well. That is like a classic hype-up sort of chorus, you know, the oh, well. Oh, well, you get it a lot in Spanish football as well. Ooh. I swear every time there's an electric guitar, someone's always just showing off. Like Like, they always go hard with the guitar. Ooh. Bit jazzy there. Hello, hello, did we just start? Yeah, we're only on the second one. Ooh. Is she, like, quite a high-energy character, or...? I like how there's moments where it sort of bounces back and forth between, like, quite, rockish, but then also very jazzy. And then you get this bit, the oh, eh, oh. When it comes to machines, yes, okay. Gabrielle's childhood friend and robot enthusiast, ooh. Oh, that. Whoever the guitarist was, they were just really flexing there. That was a really good song as well. Like, I love how it started off somewhat like, you know, rainforest, tropical, almost tribal to begin with, and then it just immediately went into rock before I could even finish the sentence saying, oh, this is quite a tribal feel. No, I couldn't even finish that. It just went straight into rock. But hey, Reiku, thank you for the follow. She's like materialist fanatic type. I see. Reconnection stream build max nomadic city. It's definitely quite a tribal rock, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. And I liked how it had certain elements of jazziness to it as well, which gave it a bit more of a playful vibe as well every now and then. That was quite a good one. I really liked that one. The rock part is due to an in-game band putting their musical influences in the tribe. Oh, I vaguely remember that. There's isn't it oh, I forgot their name. I forgot that there was a band. They sort of became quite popular in Sargon, or at least one of the tribes there. Alive Until Sunset, yes. Yes, I think the band that, for whatever reason, I likened to the Hex Girls when I first saw them in, was it the PV or the trailer or something? I don't know why I did that. I think I probably just the only other fictional band I could think of. But yes, Alive Until Sunset was... Anyway, speaking of... Oh, concert. Was it a concert? I was thinking of... Ah, yeah. But the next one, though, is Alive. Now... I know quite a few songs called Alive, or at least got like Still Alive and stuff like that, so I wonder what this one's going to be like. Ooh. Oh, speaking of, Alive Till Sunset, Until Sunset. You heard this in the concert. Oh, okay, so this is one of the songs that... Oh, this is probably the song that they played then. Ooh. The concert song, but the original version, right. Ooh, I like that guitar. Oh no, that's bass. Now that's a guitar. Oh, her eyes. Oh, yeah, now I remember it. Oh, very supernatural in that vocal. God, I love this type of music as well. This type of music, these types of bands, absolutely fire. Oh, they just... I was gonna say, the backing singer actually sings the band name as well. I like this bit with the guitar. To an extent, that bit kind of reminds me of 28 Days Later, oddly enough. Miss these kinds of bands, to be honest. Yeah. It feels like you just don't really see them often anymore. And when you do, they're all, like, confined to being independent. Which is fine. Sometimes being independent is even better than being with a record, but still, it's just the fact that you just don't see them very often. Ah. One hit wonders, yeah. Everything's mumbling now. Seeing as this is in a desert, I'm going to go on a limb here and assume that they're actually performing in Sargon. Or Sargon. Also, I just really liked... I really liked the drummer's hairstyle in that. A bit of a random thing to mention, but... Oh, that was a really good song. I really love that kind of music. Sargon is desert and rainforest jungle, yeah. Yeah, that's why I was wondering if they were literally performing it over there because of the desert around. Is it just me or is there an echo? Is there? From what? Nah, it's me. Okay. Oh, open up the second tab. Oh, okay. Don't scare me like that. We had a scuff last time. Controls here, guys. Your knee. Oh no. God, what's the next one gonna be? That was a really nice song. I really like that thing. And I know I keep saying it, and it is probably just because of my childhood, but it does kind of remind me of the Hex Girls. I mean, not necessarily in terms of the music or anything like that. I just mean it gives me those vibes. It reminds me of being a kid and watching Scooby-Doo with the Hex Girls. I know that's probably just cheesy of me to say, but still, it's just one of the things I always. Godspeed, you didn't have to unlock that core memory. Earth, wind, fire, and air. Anyway, I should probably move on to the next song before I go completely off topic. So the next one being "Rock the Night Away." That sounds relatively familiar. Ooh. Small screen. Wow, really small screen. Oh. Hello. going to be with rock hard. It does seem to be. Scooby-Doo X Arknights, I wouldn't complain. Is this a Christmas song? Oh. I mean, this is like a Christmas song in the same way that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Okay, but they're really flexing with the guitar though. That was This is reminding me of a band, but I can't think of who. There's a band that I listen to quite often it reminds me of, but oh, again, another absolute banger in the rock. Oh, Jesus. I'm supposed to be reacting to these, but I've been lost for words like the past 3 of them. Vanilla Ninja, no, that one doesn't quite ring a bell. I'm just trying to think of what it would be. It's not so much the voices of it, it's more so just like the melodies and all that. I'll probably end up waking up in the middle of the night screaming out the name and as I remember it. But yeah, that was a really good one. I always love how there's just W there. She just sings. She sings. She's always coming out with a banger. Good music is for listening. You're doing it. Yeah. Yeah, that was a really fun one. That was quite a good one, quite heavy. Waking up screaming in the middle of the night. Ah, the song. I remember it. Yep. But yeah, that's. Oh yeah, I do really like that kind of music. I need to listen to more of that kind of music. To be honest, it's been a while since I've actually sat down and listened to some of those bands. But I love how that was a Christmas song. I kind of forgot halfway through, like it was. That was a good one. Let's see what the next one though is. Spring's Pulse. I think this was in the concert. Yes. It's a really nice chill vibe. Also, for some reason, the instrumental makes me think of Minecraft. I don't know why. There's just something peaceful but somewhat nostalgic about it. And just a tiny bit saddening for some reason. Oh, that's right. This is the one made for COVID, right? Yeah. I'm still amazed they did that. That's so awesome. honestly so nice of them to do. Yeah, it really is. They don't have to, yeah, they do. Exactly, like, it's just those little gestures. Like, there's absolutely... I mean, like, there really isn't any sort of expectation for a company like that. Like, you know, they're a video game company. And, let's face it, a record label, probably more so. But, you know, going out of your way to do that sort of thing is always just amazing. Arknights is surprisingly vocal with their activism, from collabs to songs, yet they don't get any recognition unlike some other games. That's honestly a shame. They also did a donation to COVID research that they didn't announce publicly until some fans noticed. I mean, that's the thing, like, there's... 1 million, fucking hell. And I do also love that it's just like a nice, calming, you know, emotional song as well. God. Wow, yeah, I really don't have much to say on that one, to be honest, just other than the fact that it's an absolutely amazing song and an amazing thing that they, well, were willing to do. Just, I don't know, it's, round of applause for that one for me, yeah. I mean, like, the song itself, again, it's just a nice, just a chill song, and then, but then it's like that context behind it as well, the fact that it was just, yeah, it's just a really, a really nice thing for a company like that to do. But anyway, pushing on forwards, I'd say that's the next one, Reconnection. That's okay. I'm not sure. I don't recognize the titles. This might be one that I didn't hear from the concert, or maybe it is. Not sure. Let's see. Just search it. Oh, okay. Oh. I read just search it, and then suddenly there's a crater. This is Surtur theme. Okay. That would probably explain the chains and the lava. Hello there. I like that. Is that a nickel harper? It is. Oh, that's really cool. She's standing on top of something, and it is literally walking. Nickel harper. I can't. I'm not good with Scandinavian pronunciation. It's like nickel harper or something like that. But it's a type of string instrument. It's got quite thick strings, and it's what makes that really low sound that you often hear with Nordic type songs. Which makes sense, because Surtur is a figure in Norse mythology, if I remember correctly. Also, thank you for the follow, Luis. Okay, it's been quite... It's quite an interesting... Nickel harper. Right, yes. That's what I was trying to say. So it doesn't have memories, so we don't know for the extent of her powers. Ah. I must admit, the music's been interestingly slow. Well, not necessarily slow, but like... It feels like the calm before a storm, except it's lasting throughout the entire song. Like, at this point, I would have expected a full drop and stuff, but it feels like it's just staying in that level. There is definitely quite a sinister undertone in the music as well. And the Nordic instruments in the background, especially the nickel harper, is giving it quite a very ancient feeling as well. I mean, I don't know much about the character except for the fact that she's apparently really strong. Is she also really old? But like, it does give it that... Wow. Like, that was a really sort of... There was something there. There was something... There's no law on her. Okay. If she's old again. We really want no more law. Right, interesting. It's kind of like... From the music alone, so I'm just going by the music, I get the impression that she's someone... Well, either she or something related to her is quite ancient. Like, it has that sort of... I mean, again, maybe it's probably more so because of that Nordic-esque feeling about it, but it does have that kind of ancient past era kind of feel to it in the background, while the more modern bit was sort of as she is, I suppose. It's kind of... I'm probably not doing the best way of explaining it, really, but it just had that sort of thing. But there was also quite a lot of sinister undertones. I mean, I know she's quite powerful. I'm assuming probably in quite a destructive way. Not amnesiac, more like too many memories. Interesting. The song is foreboding. Yes, exactly. Like, it's something that's like ancient, dark. Well, not necessarily dark, but terrible. As in, it could be terrible good, it could be terrible bad, but like, it's something terrible. Like, it's something ancient that could probably roll through. It kind of is the sort of music I would expect a Norse god to have, really. I mean, again, Surtur, but like, it has that kind of... The music saying you're not seeing the full picture yet. Exactly. For some reason, I'm imagining God of War X Arknights crossover. That would be quite funny. Kratos and Surtur. I think her memories are the memories of other carriers of Surtur. Ah, right. Boy. Okay, so the next one is Loyal to the Beat. That's Emperor's rap, isn't it? I can't remember if I listened to the OG or if I only listened to the concert version.
y'all. Don't start with me, I put that into it all. Yeah, listen. They better kneel to the ball. Come on, I ain't come to play. I just come to slay. Best believe the day's your lucky day.
Is Emperor wearing toe rings? Or are they just like a tag or something?
Hottest thing alive when I shine, I set the sun ablaze. Make the winter season feel like summer days. Forward, there ain't no other way, no matter what it waits. I am unafraid.
It was basically an April Fool's stage where he faced off the wow.
I'm the winner, bro. You never work or quit the winner. Fight against the emperor. Listen up, are you minimized? I'm the pinnacle, quite formidable. Never seen the lights. Originals making
I gotta admit, Emperor is still one of my favorite characters. Ever since watching the that animation with Penguin Logistics, that's such a fun character. Lost Penguin Logistics, yeah. The fact Emperor is some kind of immortal demigod is funny, yes.
Still number one, buddies, numbers never fluctuate. Put your drive to the test, see me better pump the brakes. Crew got more runners than the summer games. Forward, cause there ain't no other way, no matter what it waits.
Liz wearing a 2-pack shirt. Oh, I can just about make out. Yeah, I can just about see it. Sadly, he only makes appearances in side stories. Oh, that's a shame. I don't know why, but all I can think of is imagining him and W rapping together or against each other. It seems they've both done. Code of Brawl, I do know is in. Oh, that's right. I've seen Code of Brawl somewhere on the app. I hadn't checked it out though. It's one of the side stories, isn't it? There's an in-universe Kimono Mimi Jesus. That is hilarious. I love the burning money in the background as well. Oh, there we go. God, I gotta say, Emperor is a real fun character from all the stuff I've seen him in so far. It just from the very beginning, like the animation with Penguin Logistics was absolutely hilarious, and just the way he was really great. And I like how it just always seemed done with everything during that animation. And then in the I think it was the Code of Brawl PV, the one where he's just chilling at the bar, and then the rest of Penguin Logistics just yeet over the bar counter with drinks as weapons. That was quite. And of course, it would be him for an April Fool's song, of course. The fact he's not treated as a joke makes it better, yeah. Yeah, like, there's something There's something that's absolutely ridiculous about him, just as he is. But then but like not in canon, just as it is. It's like it's ridiculous when you stop and think about it. But yeah, it's great. Anyway, so the next one is Daygold. Another one I don't think I recognize the title to. Let's see. Oh, Another Victoria. I'm going to assume, maybe? It has, Scottish Highlands type vibes. Although, Nell is... maybe not. Nell's little sister. Poland, I see. I was completely off with that then. Wholesome Polish blood sport, yeah. Okay, I was really off with that, because the beginning sounded very Celtic. I like this one. Has a bit of it kind of has a bit of a bardic vibe to it as well. Like if people were to sing the songs of this this woman in like the local tavern, this would be the kind of song. Like if that's that kind of thing. I like her sword. It's quite quite interesting design. But also the armor. It's that mix of, again, knights, medieval, but also very modern. The way that it's plated. You wouldn't see that kind of riveting and positioning of plates in any real medieval, but it looks as if had the armor technology never gone away and continued to develop. Although I suppose when I think about it, I mean, the world of Terra is only like 1,000 or something in terms of the current scale of timeline, so maybe it's not too far off. Which is fitting her... Oh, what's that one? Events theme is... Well, events theme is fully dubstep, I see. You definitely do feel the chivalry, the knight's sort of honor type thing in this song. Like it's... I really love her armor. Yeah, it's really nice. I kind of like the wings for the pauldrons. Ooh, nice bit of slow, sort of contemplation type. Oh, there it is, there it was as the game, or well, the Bloodsport. Oh, that was a really nice one. I liked how it was more old school, or well, you know, more towards the actual sort of medieval era style of music, as opposed to, you know, the MLG esports-esque gladiatorial combat that the knights do nowadays. It was like that's the thing I kind of like. I suppose in a way, I think someone did mention in chat that it kind of shows her as being more towards the traditional values than what the nation is now doing, which I suppose makes sense, or at least it certainly seems that way with the music. Like, she does seem like the sort of person who cares more about being a knight than, you know, the glory of the sport sort of thing. but it does seem like that sort of. Yeah, that's quite a good one. I liked the sort of fantasy vibe to it. Well, fantasy medieval kind of vibe. I like that it felt like again quite bardic as well. Like if someone were to sing the song of this particular hero, it's kind of what you would expect to hear in a way. Like it did very much feel like that sort of era. It seemed like that sort of person. I did quite like that. I do like how the songs tell a story. I mean, I suppose that is the point of music, but I do like the way that they do focus on telling a story of people and places and events and such. But so the next one, oh, what's this one? This one seems interesting. Hold on to the light.
Play it cool, let it flow. If you don't wanna know, play it cool, let it roll, let it go, let it go. Got thorns out on the
Drip Knights, yes.
Zima got us on the back line. Play it cool, let it flow.
I love their outfits actually.
Yeah, only roads I know move forward. Run toward the monsters in my corner. Strangers, worse than paranoia.
So is that oh god, what was his name? Thorns? And I think the other one is Serta. I don't know. I don't recognize the other one on the right though. Seema, right? They actually sold those outfits in a collab with the Chinese clothing line. Oh, nice. Yep, Thorns, Serta, and Zima. Okay, I'm glad I got two of them. I really love the outfits though. They're also in-game skins. Ooh, nice. I love the vibe of it though. It's quite. It's another one that has kind of a summery sort of vibe. God, this is such a nice song to vibe to. Wow, I just want to keep this up so I can see the characters. Wow, oh, that was nice. It was really a nice vibe as well. Like it did have quite again, I keep saying like a summery vibe to it, but I suppose that's probably because it's this kind of music that you often hear when it's like those days and that sort of thing. It's like, I really like that. It was very, you know, it's quite chill. It was quite yeah, it's just a nice vibe song. They made a song to promote their skin, Drip Knights. I do love that. I love how even promoting skins, they do a song for it. Like, God, I know this is mostly a music reaction, but God, I love her outfit. I love his outfit as well. I mean, well, they're all really good. I really like this. I love this image. I love the spray paint, the very sort of urban style. But that skirt with the black and red, I don't know. I really like it. It really suits her as well. And yeah, Fawns is well, Fawns. I'm probably gonna simp for that man no matter how he looks. But I really like I like the design. I like the skull and well, I suppose cross swords as opposed to cross bones. Is he wearing? Oh, is he? It looks like he's wearing I forgot what those gloves are called. The ones that go all the way down the arm. Yeah, they're really nice designs. Definitely wouldn't. Well, I don't think I have any of these characters, but if I did, I definitely wouldn't mind having the outfits for them as well. They do look really good. But yeah, oh, there we go. But yeah, so the next one is Confront. I believe this was one that was in the concert, or at least I recognize the sound, or the title rather. Oh, a bit of a crackling sound. Or at least I hope that's actually in the game and it's not my headset. Okay, so this is not one I've heard before. I thought it might have been, but it's not. Ooh. Rosamontis. Okay, so I'm assuming that's the character. Is this very similar to that, This is very similar to that other character from that we reacted to previously. The engineer girl who's like the backing for the song had very computerized. Except in this case, whereas the other whereas Weedy's one was more the literal machines, kind of like the Floppatron, like you'd hear like the CD case opening and other sort of whirrings. In this case, it's more software. It's more like actual like computer like glitching, ticking sounds. That's interesting that there's two Rhode Island characters with that kind of use of other things being used as an instrument. But I'm going to go on a limb here and assume that she's more of a tech wizard kind of person. Maybe someone who does computers, tech support type things, use it maybe like hack type thing. You know a lot about her in the main story. Okay. No spoilers into the main story. Okay. But yeah, definitely a lot of techno vibes. I'm trying to pick up what those sounds are. Like, there is literally something in the background that's almost beatboxing, like with the clicking sound, but I can't tell what it is that's making the sound. I love the little oh god, what's it called? Clipboard. I wonder if she's doing like diagnostic or something along those lines, or maybe it's a checklist. Ah, there we go. In front. Interesting. I wonder why it's called Confront though. Because to confront is usually quite an aggressive stance, or sometimes defensive, but you know, it's more of an extreme end of things. So I wonder why that's called Confront, but for despite the title, it's actually a very sort of chill, sort of almost contemplative, uh, you know, a song to contemplate on sort of thing, which I suppose matched the imagery as well. Just you know, just chilling, just I don't know, doing some computer diagnostics, maybe some sort of almost looked like tech support to be honest, or maybe surveillance. But could have been like a survey room. Hard to say really, because the only computer that you could see was a screensaver, but self-research, something like that. Okay, yeah. But yeah, there was quite a techie kind of vibe, or perhaps some sort of research or statistics or science sort of related. But yeah, it's quite an interesting one. I do wonder what the confront will be. I know I know people keep saying you'll understand what confront means when you get to a main story. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, it does make me wonder. It's definitely more to it than meets the eye. Ah, here we are. Lullaby. This one did appear in the concert, and of course is going to be the thumbnail one. This is quite an interesting one because I am quite interested in Mephisto and Faust. I dislike Mephisto. I really do. I think he's an absolute brat, and I would absolutely love to slap him several times over. But I do find their dynamic quite interesting. I do find their character dynamics quite interesting. Okay, because it's weird, like the character that easily throws away his troops, like you know, literally just like no care for anyone else. But then with Faust, it's like, oh, you know, you make sure you live. I'd rather you live. So it's quite an interesting dynamic because it does seem like they're. I don't know if Faust's perspective. I've only seen him appear once in Chernobog thing, and he hasn't appeared since. But the dynamic from Mephisto's point of view, it seems to be like Faust is the only person he seems to care about. Of course, I haven't seen any other characters that Mephisto's interacted with, so that could be wrong. But yeah, so I do admit I am quite interested in their dynamic. I mean, obviously, this thumbnail kind of gives it away. I'm guessing they're childhood friends, or at the very least grew up together. But of course, Ursus, Lullaby. That's right. This is the Russian song, isn't it? You'll enjoy it when you get there. Okay. There they are. There is something about this sort of Russian music that is really, like, sad. The name of an actual Russian lullaby. Oh, so it's based on, it is based on a real song. Smallest song I'll sing to you. Okay, so there was no translation to that. So what does that mean by the Bayrushki Bayu? It's interesting that there is no translation, so there must be no English equivalent. Or maybe it's a name. It's a Russian lullaby. Fall asleep or something like that, right? Bio means something about a wolf coming from you from the woods. Okay, coming for you from the woods. Trust Russian lullabies to be go to sleep now the wolves will eat you. Apparently the original song is literally a threat. Oh, it's such a good song though. There is no real meaning but long lines to sleep. Okay. Russian lullaby feel different, yeah. You clearly haven't. Oh no, I've read German fairy tales, and I know that we have some nursery rhymes in English that are really dark. But normally, normally the songs aren't, or the lullabies rather. God, that is a good one. I mean, okay, so I know. I'm not going to spoil myself. I know I'm going to wait until the game, until I see like their backstories and all that from the games. But I do have to assume that these two, well, they clearly these two grew up together, most likely in impoverished conditions. Clearly going to have a lot of rough times because they're infected. I mean, they wouldn't be in reunion if they weren't infected. So clearly they had the discrimination and all that sort of stuff to it. It does make me wonder, because I mean, obviously, Mephisto is really messed up. Like, he quite clearly is very messed up. There's no way I can go be around the bush here. I can't really. I can't really you know, excuse it. He's fucked up. But I wonder what it's like with Faust, because again, he seems, from the very little interaction I've seen of him so far, he's a lot calmer, a lot more well, I suppose a lot more quiet, a lot more reserved. I wonder if that is the case in general, or if it turns out he's just as fucked up. Which wouldn't surprise me if they have a shared. But then I suppose it's also quite an interesting dynamic if they have the shared tragedy, but one turns out fucked up, whereas one sort of moved on a bit more or something like that. That's kind of the impression I get. I do. I do get the impression Mephisto probably wasn't always the way that he is, so it does make me wonder just how horrible things were. Again, not to excuse the way he acts, it's just, well, you know, there's always reasons for things, so it does make me wonder what it's gonna be and probably how much is going to affect me as well, because if it's particularly horrible, I might have a hard time reading it. But yeah, that's definitely interesting. There are definitely two characters that really piqued my interest at the very beginning of the while it's hard to forgive him, I definitely pity him. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so yeah, there's just two characters that I've kind of piqued my interest from the very beginning. I'm not entirely sure why, because I typically don't like characters like Mephisto. I always find them really annoying. I hate those kinds of just horrible people. But yeah, it's definitely interested me. I suppose because of their dynamic and how they're so very opposite, or at least they seem opposite. Again, like I've only seen the limited interaction. You haven't read Children of Ursus yet? Yes, not yet. I think it's on the intelligence thing. I think I've unlocked all that. I haven't actually read through the whole thing of it yet. I still need to. I've just been kind of focusing on the grinding at the moment. But okay, yeah. Anyway, but the next one up, may God have mercy on it. Next one up would be, how would I pronounce this? Lithos. No matter the reasons, his crimes far outweigh any crimes committed against him. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Interesting. I get a very... that was a medical tent, wasn't it? Or like a research tent. So who's this? This is Mudrock. Okay, I see. Quite dark. Is that whispering in the... No, that's like a shaker. So it's an overgrown area. Like, that does literally look like a plaza, but with, like, it's just grown out, trees are everywhere. But the sinister music behind it. Like, I would not want to be out in wherever this area is. Without the music, this area could be comfy for camping. True, although abandoned city overgrown with plants gives me a bit of an apocalyptic vibe, even without the music. Mudrock is very calm and noble, I see. There is also something old about the music as well. Like, it does feel like... It feels like the sort of thing you'd hear when going through a run-down temple in, like, a video game. What does Oh, that was quite a quick one, it seemed. So what does she do? Like, what's her job there? Or just in general, rather? She speaks with rock, okay. I was curious, it's like... I mean, obviously I can only discern from the song and the image, but it just seemed really... I don't know, there was something quite dark about that, and it was very... Like, this is probably not a place you would want to be, but here she is anyway. She's a former mercenary. Ah. That's interesting. So that is not quite what I had expected from that. I just assumed that she was there for some sort of research. It seems like... Well, I suppose maybe because of the research 10 in the background, but still, it's quite an interesting thing. I was quite... There was definitely something more sinister about that, despite her appearance and despite everything else. I'm quite curious about that one. I suppose I'll know more when I eventually get to her. Story of how she eventually becomes radar is worth reading. I'll see, yeah. Okay, I'll have to definitely go through that one then. There's a lot that I need to catch up story-wise in terms of the actual characters. There is quite a lot. I mean, true, yes. Bonk. The story is in Twilight of Woolamund. Oh, okay. Actually, I'm wondering now, isn't that the one I've... No, it's not the one I've started. I can't remember the name of the one I started. The one I'm on is the Poland one. Anyway, so next one, Tipsy. Okay, so I'm going to assume something quite loud and rowdy and probably quite a little bit more... Is this... Oh, was this one that was in the concert? The jazz? Very speakeasy. Making music to question your sexuality. I get smooth jazz. I mean, fair. Fucking hell, the guy's massive. It's the fact that he's holding that glass with, like, having to hold it with, like, 2 fingers because his hands are just too damn big for it. CEO of Arknights. Yes, I'll admit I have been enjoying his use from my fellow Arknight friends using their support. Oh, I definitely like the... Oh, there's the saxophone. Scheiße. I can't believe he made me read that. He is an absolute unit as well. Like that's a full-on sofa. That's a full-on sofa, and he's just like taking it up as if it's a regular seat. Also, I find it quite funny that when I saw the I can't remember if it was the trailer or the PV for Mansfield Break, but the fact that I saw him and immediately likened him to Doomfist. And then I see him in the game and he actually is the punching character. Like, yeah, okay, yeah. He's just got muscles for days. Oh, the music though is great. It is very, it's very relaxing, very quite jazzy, or maybe more blues. I can never quite tell the difference between the two. It does sound like the sort of thing you would expect to hear in like the in like, you know, a speakeasy in the 20s, where back when all this was still technically illegal for them. Well, I don't know why the Americans decided to make that illegal. It's stupid. But anyway. I prefer that Tony the Tiger went to prison for tax evasion. Yes, the Al Capone Tiger. Oh, that was a really nice one. I love the fact that the glass is so tiny. But yeah, I was saying that earlier, how like it looks like a proper glass as well. Like it didn't even look like a regular whiskey type of glass. It actually looks like a slightly bigger one because you saw where it grooved up. But he was still holding it with 2 fingers because he couldn't fit it in his hand. But I mean, then again, that makes sense. You wouldn't expect a clearly distinguished gentleman like him to be having a pint of liquor. But his hand can probably cover your whole head. Oh yeah, I fully if he ever appears in the anime, I fully expect to like grab someone by the head and then yeet them over his shoulder. Like, like I fully expect that kind of. There has to be at least one comedic dunk on a person by just grabbing their head and throwing them. He has to do it at least once. He'd make a pint look like an ounce, yeah. Yeah, definitely. But anyway, yeah, so the next one is Till the Bell Tolls. Interesting. That gives me quite a... I wonder if it's going to be quite cathedral-based, or clock tower. Interesting. Is that like a compound bow? Oh, I love her eyes. That's a really deep shade of red for an eye color. Another quite medieval kind of song, or vibe at least. I like that one. That kind of went a bit Celtic. But I'm going to assume probably... Is this going to be more Poland again? Or am I going to do this thing where it actually went... It actually is Victoria this time? I will laugh if that's the case. But it does have that... Vatican. Oh, it's that place. I suppose that does fit with the whole battle nun. Well, this bit gives... I don't know why this immediately gave me Elder Scrolls vibes. That... What is that? Is that brass? I don't think that was woodwind. That did have a more of a brassy vibe to it. Close enough. It's just a bald eagle, okay. The characters like Mediterranean theme. Yeah, I could see that in a very Oblivion. Yes, exactly. I could definitely see the Mediterranean vibe in like a Catholic era way, which I suppose makes sense for like Vatican inspired. She came from a monastery who make beer and bread. That was very common for monasteries throughout the medieval times. Especially the beer. They very often did beers and that. A lot of the oldest beer companies come from monks that would make them in the monasteries. That was a really nice song. Again, definitely did give me like Elder Scrolls Oblivion type vibes. But yeah, that's quite a nice one. Quite chill, quite sort of noble. I suppose I don't really know much about what was it called? The Vatican inspired area? I don't really know much about that area. It hasn't appeared in pretty much anything in the game yet. But that was quite an interesting one. Laterano. Okay. Vatican inspired, yeah. Yeah, that's quite a nice song. Quite a chill, quite very fantasy-esque. But this one is Summer Wave. And that is I'm assuming is that the second summer one, if I remember correctly? Because the first stream we reacted to the first summer event song. And this is a year ago, so I guess this is the second summer event song. Or maybe whoa. What is Okay, this is not at all what I was expecting, so this is not the song I was thinking it was going to be. Why did they get like the 5th graders come in with their recorder lessons and they decided to play that? Like, it does literally sound like a kid that's learning to use the recorder. Or then also just... And I suppose a bit of... it does also sound like someone's using an old school phone as well. Like you're making a song by... I don't know if anyone ever used to do this with old like house phones when you were younger, but because like when you'd press the buttons, they'll make a beeping sort of sound, and so you just, if you did them in the right thing, you could make a tune. Why is Lancet 2 blushing? Oh yeah, what? Why? The tones, yes. This is so fun. This is such a fun little song. Oh. Oh! Shop girl. I think I should end on this one. Yeah. That was the plan. Just... I just cannot get every time that little bit plays, it makes me laugh. It just gives me a little happy giggle. And I love how that melody was literally made by just playing the recorder wrong. That was literally it. That was a recorder. You could hear it. You could hear in the way it was done. That was definitely a recorder, but you're not closing off that one hole properly. And that was literally it. Just playing a tune in a way that you would normally not. And it just it just gives off such a goofy sounding tune. Such Oh wow. That was most certainly not what I was expecting. I was honestly thinking it was going to be the song for the second summer event. That's what I was expecting it to be. But Ugh. It reminds me of those child Barbie doll phones. Yeah. Yeah, it did make me think of the old school like 90s or early 2000s phones as well, like the home phones. Back when they were still quite blocky with thick numbers and you press it down and a bigger boop, 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 boop. Like it definitely reminds me of that as well. So like if you were to press some of the numbers, because they all had slightly different tones. So if you just kept pressing to them, it would you can make a tune from it. A good one to react to and learn about the game mechanics. Yes, I have been. Someone did mention earlier that I should react to Closure's miniseries. I definitely do plan on it at some point. I might actually do that next week. I might do an extra. I'm still going to do the EP reactions next week, but I will probably do. I might do an extra one for Closure as well. Which old phone? You mean the old handheld phone? It's like, no, not the handheld ones. I mean old home phones. I mean, I suppose I don't know. I don't know if the old mobiles did. That was before my time. I grew up with the Nokia. Well, the Nokia very quickly replaced by the flip phone. So when I say old phones, I'm talking like the old white home phones that you would plug into the internet cable, and then if you wanted to use the internet, you had to unplug the phone in order to plug the internet in. And then, if you know, the mum would immediately want to phone someone, so you had to stop using the internet. Landline, yes, landline. Like that sort of old phone is what I remember back when. Well, I don't know if they've stopped, but you used to be able to press buttons to call someone, and it would give you a tone, dial-up tones. Well, not dial-up tones, but as in just phone dial tones. It would be do 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 do. I had to just wait to get the call, but ruined many a StarCraft game. Yeah, God, that's unlocked core memories. But yeah, that was such a goofy sounding song. I really liked that. It was really nice, sort of fun, playful, and a good one to end it on. To be honest, I think. But yeah, God, Arknights songs are so fucking good. They really are. It's like it doesn't matter what genre they use. It doesn't matter like what the theme is. Doesn't matter whether it's instrumental or lyrics. It's always good. There's just no like they never fail to provide a good song. It's always absolute bangers. Like whether like every time, like even if you don't necessarily like a genre that they play, it's still good music. Like it's nothing where it's like, oh, this is bad. Like I haven't had anything like that. Like there are some things that I'm not over fond of. Like I'm not particularly fond of rap, for example. Yet I love Emperor's rap song. I love Renegade. Like it's that sort of strange dynamic. It's like it doesn't matter what the genre is. If it's Arknights, it's good. Like there is just something really interesting about that. But yeah, I'd say that I'm definitely gonna leave it here. And next Thursday, I will continue on with more EPs, and of course, this Saturday is the games, and it's just yeah, just I'm now really looking forward to the Thursday. I really want to listen to more. It's the Arknights, the whole year. They're great at tying music to a specific context. So even if the song is not particularly amazing, the relationship to context keeps you engaged. Yeah, that is true. And they do such a good job at it as well. It's just such a like it's being able to tell a story through music in some form or another, whether or not you need the context depends. Does depend depending on what one it is, but like it is always just a anyway. But yes, thank you everyone so much for coming along. As usual, if you like what you see, make sure to like and subscribe. And I will also, for those of you who have just joined in, I will link my Discord, which is now in the chat, and my Twitter. This is a good, and easy way of keeping up with the stuff that I post, any news on when I'm going to stream, schedule, stuff like that. I do also post in the community tab for my page, so if you're subscribed, you can always check that out. But until then, thank you everyone so much for coming along, and I will see you on the Saturday. Bye bye.